Last week, a special court in Ahmedabad sentenced a total of 38 men to death for the 2008 serial blasts in Ahmedabad, bringing the debate on death penalty back in focus. And everything around this punishment has always been up for criticism and debate, right from how the death penalty is administered in India by hanging the person till they die, to its constitutionality and the way judges sentence people in India. And this debate is exactly what I'll be telling you more about in today's episode of KYC or Know Your Constitution. Now, to be clear, the Constitution does not take an explicit stance on death penalty. It neither supports nor abolishes it, but it does assume the existence of death penalty. Article 134 says that individuals punished by death have a right to appeal the Supreme Court. Also, Article 72 allows the President to pardon them. And the demand to abolish death penalty has also been around forever, even before the Constitution came into existence. In fact, some members of the Constituent Assembly also demanded abolition of the death penalty during these debates. All of them, of course, had their own reasons for wanting death penalty to be abolished. For example, there was Shibban Lal Saxena, who spoke about his personal experience of being imprisoned in jail during the Quit India movement in 1942. He said that during his time in jail, he saw several inmates being hanged and believed that they were innocent, and so he was in favor of abolishing death penalty. Another member, Dr. P.K. Sen, spoke about other countries that have abolished death penalty. In fact, Dr. Ambedkar also wanted to abolish this punishment. He reminded the members that after all, this country by and large believes in the principles of non-violence. Now, while the Constitution did not abolish death penalty as we know, the matter did come up before the Supreme Court, which ruled that death penalty is constitutional, but it clarified that it can be awarded only in the rarest of the rare cases. You must have heard this phrase. Simply means that the death sentence is an absolute unique exception, so it should only be awarded when there's no other option, when life imprisonment is an option by no stretch and there's no alternate remedy available. But this rarest of the rare doctrine and how death sentences are awarded has been criticized for a while now for several reasons, including the inconsistency with which this doctrine is applied. You should definitely check out the work being done by the National Law University Delhi, which carried out the death penalty research project in collaboration with NALSA, National Legal Services Authority. They had some really interesting findings on the socio-economic profile of prisoners serving death sentences in India, and it found that most of them are from economically vulnerable sections, backward communities, and religious minority groups. As for the mode of execution of death sentence, Section 354 of the Code of Criminal Procedure talks about it. It says, when any person is sentenced to death, the sentence shall direct that he be hanged by the neck till he is dead. As per reports in 2008-2009, Home Ministry began consultations with stakeholders, including state governments, on whether death by hanging should be replaced with a more humane method. This was after the Law Commission of India submitted a report in 2003 recommending that there should be an alternate mode for execution of death sentences. It had suggested that it should include death by lethal injection. Interestingly, the report had mentioned other methods of administering death that have been used since ages as well, including crucifixion, burning at the stake, the wheel, guillotine, hanging, headsman's axe, firing squad, gas chamber, electrocution, and death by hanging. Now, in response to these consultations, majority of the state governments appear to have favored replacing hanging by death with a lethal injection. But reports from sometime around 2018 claimed that the centre put an end to the consultations and decided to stick to the death by hanging method. That's all I have for you right now. This is Apoorva Mandhani for ThePrint. For more such videos, do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.